Hola!
H on the beat.
I don't even know what kind of video this is. I'm gonna be reading something that I wrote. I don't know how this is gonna be. Maybe you'll enjoy it. Enjoy it! Yeah. Anyway, this is the story of me, I guess. The story of me. I called it My Rebellion. So let's just get started. Okay. My Rebellion. I have a cousin who I love dearly, as if he was my own brother, as if he was my own son, although he does drive me crazy. One day, as I was dancing and jumping all over the sidewalk, happy as I can be, when he told me to stop, that I was embarrassing myself. I assured him that I was not embarrassed at all. The only embarrassed one was him. I was perfectly content to keep singing and dancing in public without a care in the world. I also told him that he was more concerned about looking cool than joining into my fun. In what he responded, that I was acting like a child. I stopped. Now that's what really got to me. I had to stand there and explain to him that I can hardly remember my childhood. That is such a blur for me. I was constantly living in fear of a leather belt with a metal clasp. I was told I was too loud, too hyper, and that there was something mentally wrong with me. My parents would pray over me, hoping I would calm down, so I did. By the time I turned 10, I had become a completely different kid. I was quiet and desperately afraid to disappoint my father, who was my main source of approval. I went from being the class clown to being afraid and hating myself for being so explosive and happy. So I became the opposite. The only times I was truly happy was around my friends. When my dad wasn't there, but that would change when I could hear him arrive home or I could hear the sound of his keys jingle off the hook of his belt. I would freeze, examine my surrounding areas. Any noise too loud and distracting would be blamed on me. This holds true to the day as kind of a reflex with my parents. I broke somehow. In high school, my teachers knew me as the quiet kid. It took so much coaxing to get me out of my shell. I don't know when exactly, but sometime in my early 20s, I said, screw his approval, screw all of that. I'm going to be me. I didn't even really think of it. I did it sort of unconsciously. And for that, I'm proud. But I became me again. Yes, I had a staggering amount of anxiety to deal with, but I came out on my own. I was never shy. I was never supposed to be the quiet kid. So yes, I'm loud. I sing and dance on sidewalks. I scream hello in public. I jump up and down when I'm super excited. I stomp my feet like a toddler because honestly, I'm allowed to. I can do whatever I want as an adult. I'm not trying to regain my childhood, I'm trying to regain myself. It's so long, it actually did not even take that long to read. It took like 3 minutes. Look, basically the backstory of this is I can really not remember a lot of my childhood. I can't really remember being a kid. Like I remember little things, but I don't remember as much, I feel, as other people do. And I think it's because a lot of my childhood, I think, was, like I said, living in fear. I just was so afraid of making a mistake. But because of my hyper personality, it was almost guaranteed that I would slip up, mess up, jump too much, and applaud too loudly, or dance and make a funny noise. I was totally the kid who everyone thought was annoying, but everybody thought was hilarious. And like, it was too much. And my parents thought it was too much. My dad thought it was too much. I was too much. I look back and I get angry with
My father.
I say it like that to get over it, you know. Because there was so much better ways to deal with a kid like that. And I know kids like that today, having worked with children multiple times. Simply having put me in some sort of activity literally would have not fixed the problem, but helped a lot. I didn't know how to vocalize, hey, put me in a sport, put me in gymnastics, put me in dance, put me in anything so that after school, you don't consider me an embarrassing kid who jumps off the walls, but a kid who has expelled their energy into something productive, you know? Because I was a straight A student. I was smart, like, you know, I was doing well. I never made any mistakes in school. And I 1000% loved my childhood. Like I had so much fun. Like I was outdoors a lot, and I was the kid who like led the other kids in the neighborhoods into the woods running and screaming. Like I was that kid. Today, like I'm so hyper. And I feel like it's because I spent most of my middle school years and like most of my high school years in silence, basically. Like it just tight-lipped perfectly. And it's sad because I feel like I didn't get to be who I really was. Don't cry, Joe. You're tough. You're tough, Joe. You're tough, Joe. I actually really approve of crying. I think crying is really good. That's why I love sad movies, guys. Everybody thinks I'm crazy, but I love sad movies that make me emotional. Like really sad. I'm talking like The Book Thief, The Pianist, like Hachiko, that dog who died sad. Like I love those. Like I'm still that person. I think I repressed it, which I really worry about sometimes. I'm like, how much did I do to myself? Like what did I truly do to myself? Like I feel like I repressed it for years and I kept it really solid, and it would only peek through when I was with really comfortable people, when I was with my friends and with my cousins. That's when I would let that come out. But I really repressed my personality. I feel like my character. I think that scared my parents. One, they had a perfect angel child, which was my sister, my older sister, who was quiet, sat and did nothing, didn't even like to play with other kids. She was just like, leave me alone, mind my business. It was her, and that was it. Like, and then I came along and I was tearing the house down. It makes sense. Like they were so scared of me. They were scared that I was gonna turn out like my dad. It's getting dark, dang it. Anyway guys, thank you for watching this. This was a fun therapy session. My goal in life is to be wealthy enough to afford therapy. So if we could like get my YouTube monetized, that would be amazing. That's the goal, everyone. Thank you so much. God bless you. I love you. Bye.